For Anniston residents, help is just a computer click away.
Dry weather and cooler weather on the way to East Alabama. We'll have the complete forecast details coming up.
The Alabama Sports Writers Association poll came out for high school football today. We'll see where our local teams stack up coming up in sports. EAN Local News starts now.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Waldrop Manufacturing, metal buildings made right here in Calhoun County.
Good evening, and thank you for watching East Alabama Now Local News for Wednesday, August 30th, 2023. I'm Katie Edwards.
And I'm Mike Stedham.
Anniston residents who need help from City Hall can now take care of the entire process online. City Public Relations Director Jackson Hodges says that instead of having to figure out which department to call, citizens can now just go to annistonal.gov and fill out a work order directly.
Work orders are a great way to let us know what you're seeing out in the community. Whether it's a pothole, maybe your brush wasn't picked up, maybe there's a big old ant bed in the middle of the park and you don't want your little one to fall into it while they're playing soccer. Let us know. We can't be everywhere at every time, but when work orders come in, we're able to prioritize the issues throughout the community and we address them.
Hodges says that placing a work order is the best way to ensure that the city government is aware of the problem being reported. A how-to video has been put on the city's website to explain the process. And to make the job even simpler, Hodges says the city has set up separate systems for people working on their home computers and those making the request from their smartphones.
So on a desktop computer, like I said, you go to annistonal.gov and at the top you will see a red box that says Citizen Resources. Hover over that and then click Work Order Request Portal. Now if you're visiting it on your phone, which most people do nowadays, the mobile version of our website, again go to annistonal.gov, you'll see a black box and a red box at the top of the website. Click that black box and then click Citizen Resources and then click Work Order Request Portal. It takes 2 seconds to get there and it takes less than 2 minutes to fill it out, and then we know about your issue. You don't have to talk to anyone on the phone and we'll get it taken care of. So it's a win-win for everyone.
Anniston and Oxford are both among 31 Alabama cities now being considered for a new donut franchise.
Shipley's Donuts, a chain based in Texas, has announced plans to almost double its numbers of franchises across the Southeast and Midwest. According to its website, the company has identified both Anniston and Oxford as possible locations, along with 29 other Alabama cities. Founded in 1936 in Houston, Shipley's now has 340 locations. Its only Alabama store so far is in Hoover.
When we come back, we'll tell you about a couple of suspected shoplifters who may be working their way across Alabama.
For metal buildings in Alabama and the Southeast, Waldrop Manufacturing is your one-stop source. A Waldrop metal building provides the coverage and protection your investments need. They specialize in carports, RV covers, portable buildings, and storage buildings. Stop paying rent for storage. With Waldrop's price per foot, you can actually save money by buying straight from the manufacturer. Waldrop buildings are guaranteed because Waldrop manufactures buildings with U.S. steel right here in Calhoun County. Waldrop Manufacturing, serving the entire Southeast. Give them a call today. This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Oxford Lumber. Come visit any of our locations in Oxford, Jacksonville, Talladega, and Roanoke.
2 men wanted for questioning in Hoover in connection with a felony shoplifting case may have committed similar thefts in both Oxford and Tuscaloosa. According to Hoover police, the pair may have worked together and broken the security devices on merchandise cages at a local business. They selected over $12,800 in merchandise, concealed it in plastic bags, and then passed all points of sale without attempting to pay. According to Alabama law, theft of property worth more than $2,500 is first-degree theft, and that's a felony. The make and model of the suspect's vehicle is unknown. Police also said the two may be responsible for similar thefts at stores in both Oxford and Tuscaloosa. If you have any information about the pair, you can call 911 or the Oxford Police Department. When we come back, a local high school makes a big jump and won National Magazine's ranking of the public schools in Alabama.
For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by WM Grocery, located in Heflin, Wadowee, Roanoke, and in Piedmont.
U.S. News and World Report has just released its ranking of all 386 public high schools in Alabama. And this year, Oxford High School has jumped from number 70 in that poll all the way to number 25. It's the only school in East Central Alabama to make the top 25. The magazine says 41% of the 1,288 students at Oxford are taking advanced placement classes. Other area high schools in the top 100 this year are Munford at number 35, Jacksonville at number 68, Cleburne County at number 94, and Lincoln at number 98.
So that's pretty impressive. Were you an AP student?
I did take some AP courses. AP English, yes. AP Math, no.
They didn't have AP back in my day, but I would also not have taken the math section. But I know somebody who really is a whiz at something. That's John Holder. He's standing by in the EAN Weather Center with the advanced placement news on the weather. John, what's happening?
Well, Mike and Katie, I think I've got an advanced forecast that most folks are going to like over the next several days across East Alabama. We'll have all the details coming up next.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
After some clouds this morning, sunshine returned this afternoon. Noticeably cooler, though, across East Alabama. A lot of folks in the low 80s today. Some folks did make it up into the mid 80s this afternoon, but still, those numbers are anywhere from 12 to 15 degrees cooler than what we had just a few days ago. And of course, we had some drier air coming in, so lower humidity and dew points that felt pretty good. This morning, still kind of soupy out there. We still had a lot of the humidity, dew points, some mist out there, some clouds, 73 for the low. Record high temperature 98 degrees, the record low 51. You see the sunrise and sunset times, and the average temperature at night is dropping another degree. The average now 68 degrees, down from 69 over the last couple of weeks. As we take a look at weather on your street on this Wednesday night, we're going to take you to Duncan Avenue in West Anniston. Mostly clear skies, much cooler tonight. A little hint of fall in the air as we count down these last couple of days of August. 62 for the low tonight. A fantastic evening out on Duncan Avenue in West Anniston. As we head into your Thursday, Hazel Creek Trail in Choccolocco, lots of sunshine. The Choccolocco Valley is a beautiful place, and it's going to be a beautiful day tomorrow. Low humidity dew point values, 87 for the high tomorrow, but that's still below normal. We'll take it for late August in Alabama. And as we have the start of the weekend coming up on Friday, the beginning of the day on Saturday, sunny and dry on Depot Street in Fruithurst in Cleburne County. Sunny and dry, 80s all the way through Friday and into the weekend. Just some fantastic weather coming up as we close out August and begin the month of September. 7-day forecast will reflect that. You'll see plenty of sunshine tomorrow. Maybe a small chance of an afternoon shower on Friday. That is not going to interfere with high school football at all. Just about a 1 in 5 chance you might see a shower late in the day. 86 for the high on Friday. Then some dry weather coming. The Labor Day holiday weekend is upon us. Couldn't ask for any better weather. Temperatures will be in the mid 80s on Saturday. They will be in the upper 80s Sunday. Monday for Labor Day, about 90 degrees, but that's about where we should be for this time of year. Dry weather, any outdoor activities. You're going to the beach, going to the lake, hanging out by the pool. for the end of summertime unofficially. It is going to be fantastic. Those nighttime lows very comfortable as well, from the mid and upper 60s to some lower 60s. We see 60s all the way across the board, even into the early to mid part of next week when we climb back into the lower 90s for daytime highs, and no rain in the forecast. Another stretch of dry weather coming to East Alabama. Well, let's take a look at that. The temperatures tonight, not only here in East Alabama, but across the state, widespread 60s everywhere. Still a chance of some light rain showers here in southeast Alabama, and that is because of the hurricane. So they're getting some bans from that. No big deal. Very light rainfall in places like Elliott City, Auburn, down to Eufaula and Troy. But look at these numbers. 60 degrees up in Hamilton, 62 in Jasper and in Gadsden. We're going to see some places tomorrow morning, no doubt, that are going to be in the upper 50s in north central Alabama. Enjoy your Thursday morning. Coming up next in sports, Chase Robinson takes a look at the voice of the Gamecocks, Mike Paris. Chase?
Thanks, John. The Alabama Sports Writers Association released their first regular season poll this morning, and it features several East Alabama teams. In Class 4A, the Jacksonville Golden Eagles sit at number 6 after their win against Boaz, and the Anniston Bulldogs sit right behind them at 7 after their win over Welborn. In Class 3A, Piedmont sit there at number 3. The Bulldogs will play their first game of the season this Friday night against Cherokee County. And in Class 1A, Spring Garden is ranked 6 after their season opening win over Sandrock. This weekend was one of the moments that will go down in history for the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. You win your first FBS game in dramatic fashion on an interception with just over a minute to go. This just adds to the incredible moments that we've seen over the years when it comes to Gamecock football. And someone who has helped bring those big moments to life for 41 seasons now is the voice of the Gamecocks, Mike Paris.
There have been so many calls that go down in history for Jack State that Paris has brought us, like this one, back in 2010, when the Gamecocks went to Ole Miss and won.
And Blanchard, one back set, rolls right, pressure coming, throws, Middleton, got it, he scores! Gamecocks win! Jacksonville State has come in and done it!
Or back a couple of years ago when Jack State went down to Tallahassee and walked away with a last-second win over Florida State.
Snap to Cooper, looking down the field. He's got a man, caught it. He's free. Phil Johnson at the 10, at the 5. Touchdown! 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 There are no flags. Touchdown pass on the final snap of the game. Jacksonville State has won it.
And this past Saturday night, when Jeremiah Harris made the interception to win the game over UTEP and to get the first ever FBS win. That call will be right up there towards the top of that list of great Gamecock moments for Paris.
Bring him in motion. He's to the right of Hardison. He's going to throw a 4th and a yard. He's got all day. Fires. And it's intercepted. It's picked off. An interception on 4th and a yard. And a pick for Jacksonville State. The 7th-year senior Jeremiah Harris.
Paris called his first Jacksonville State contest in 1983 and was a part of the basketball, baseball, and football national championships in the late 80s and early 90s when the Gamecocks were Division II. Saturday was the first FBS game Paris has called, but the longtime voice said he really didn't think about that.
You know what? I really didn't even think about it from that standpoint a whole lot. Now, if it had been maybe somebody in the SEC, it would have been a little bit different. But, I guess the fact it was Conference USA in that standpoint, I thought of that more than I really did the FBS game because we played FBS opponents and have been in those arenas and whatnot. So I guess now I get, in a couple of weeks I get to think about that again since we play a non-FBS this week. So, but it was neat, and the fact that we are at the FBS level. It's I never thought when I started this in 1983 that someday I would be doing FBS football from that standpoint.
In 1995, Jack State made the move from Division II to Division I AA, which became the FCS. Paris was a part of that transition, and he says that the Gamecocks are better suited for the transition this time.
I think we are better suited at this point in time making the move from FCS to FBS than we were going back to the early 90s or mid-90s and making the move from Division II to what was in 1AA level now, FCS. I think we have more things in place that makes the transition easier and smoother. We don't have resources that some of them have, quite honestly. I'm not sure anybody that that's got what Liberty's got resource-wise. As a matter of fact, at the Group of 5 level, not many schools do. So I think they've got an advantage there over us. But I think just from our move, right now we're in a better situation. Everything is better for us in making the move than it was, 30 years or so ago.
This past June, Paris was awarded the Alabama Sportscaster of the Year from the National Sports Media Association. Speaking for all Jacksonville State fans, we can't wait for the moments the voice, Mike Paris, will bring us in the new FBS era of Jacksonville State football.
And that's it for sports. Let's send it back over to Mike and Katie.
Thank you for watching East Alabama Now Local News.
You can find us online every weekday evening on either Facebook or YouTube. Just go to our video feed, watch the news whenever it's convenient for you.
We'll see you back here Thursday for your news on your schedule.